Hello fellow Ghost of Tsushima fans, and welcome to my channel where I will be covering lots of Ghost of Tsushima related content. So if that seems like it's right up your alley, how about you consider hitting that subscribe button, because as this is a new channel, it would help a lot. Now, for the topic of today's video, I will be covering is Ghost of Tsushima still worth playing in 2022? And well, I guess the quick answer would be yes, but let's delve deeper and see why you should still be playing Ghost of Tsushima in 2022, or even picking it up in 2022. Now, over the past 2 years since Ghost of Tsushima released in 2020, there have been various updates to the game, including new cosmetics, a free online multiplayer mode called Legends, a whole DLC coming with the director's cut with a whole new island to explore, stories, side missions, heaps of fun-filled content. And over the years, this has kept people coming back to Ghost of Tsushima. As of now, updates to Ghost of Tsushima have kind of stopped. Unless there is any patches that need to be released to fix any bugs, they're not exactly going to be releasing any new content, which is quite sad. But this hopefully means there is a sequel on the way. But why should you keep playing Ghost of Tsushima? Well, for starters, the open world is amazing. No, it may not be like Elden Ring or whatever, but it has its own charm. It's beautiful to look at, and it keeps you immersed all the time. There's barely any HUD on the screen, and it's just an overall amazing experience. The island feels so alive, the sounds, the music, it just goes together so well, and it will keep you truly immersed in the world of Ghost of Tsushima. And I just like to put out there, of course, if you're a fan of samurai feudal Japan, you're gonna love this game, and the story, it's emotional, amazing story, it's amazing. It's so worth the buy. Now, you may find the story has a bit of a slow start, I guess you could say, but the interesting stuff that you're really here for starts coming around end of Act 1, coming into Act 2. Act 2 has some really amazing missions. The opening title sequence is going to leave you speechless. Trust me, it gave me goosebumps every single time I watched it, and I've done about 15 playthroughs of this game on my 16th. It's just stunning. The mythic tales are absolutely amazing side quests that you can find throughout the open world, and they give you amazing armors, new abilities to perform, and overall just good time to do. They're really interesting. And now I just want to talk about the in-game photo mode, because it is one of the best photo modes in a game I have ever seen. I spend countless hours using this thing. It's easy to use, it's fun, and you can make some really good shots with it. There are so many different effects, filters, all kinds of stuff you can add in. You can have the photo animated. It is just such a good photo mode for a game like this, and I'd really love to see other games implement some of the features in this photo mode, because I think it works really well. Now, some of the side quests you may find a little bit lackluster, I guess you could say, but if you're just looking to hop on, have a bit of a chill afternoon after work or school or wherever you are, they're just a nice, easy experience to play. There are some that are really good, like there's this one point in the story where you go to this place, you do some sneaking to save someone, but you don't save the entire town, but you can come back as a side quest and take it back later. That's really fun. And if they do make a sequel, I would like to see them implement more stuff like that. I feel it would make for some more interesting side quests. Mythic Tales, still the best side quest. There are a few good side quests that are, well, they're all good, but like extra good, I guess you could say, if that makes any sense. Now, this game is split into 4, technically 3 acts. Well, there are 3 acts to the main story. If you buy the DLC, you can consider Iki Island as a 4th, but I'll get into that later in the video. Now, the first act, you can find some nice bamboo forests, the golden forest, the golden temple, personally my favorite area in the game. Second act, you can find some farmlands, another red/orange treed forest, that kind of stuff. And the third act is all snow, ice, bamboo, red bushes everywhere. It's really cool. Fun to explore. Honestly, you will just find yourself riding through the scenery half the time with your horse. Just an overall lovely game. And now I want to have a talk about Iki Island, which released now about a year ago. It also came with the Director's Cut, which came with PS5 upgrades, 60 FPS, Japanese lip sync, all that stuff, which people were wanting for a while, that Japanese lip sync. So if you want to play with Japanese language, it's now all lip synced. You can also play in a black and white mode, which is, I guess if you watched old samurai films, that'll be really good if you're into that kind of stuff. It changes the audio to suit older movies, I guess you could say. I don't know really how to explain it, but it's really cool to experience it. And with that little bit of extra info out of the way, back to Iki Island. Iki Island is a alternate story to the main storyline, where you still play as Jin on a different island, and you can find out about his past and his father, which is a nice, really cool story. And it actually feels like it's relevant to the story and doesn't stray too far off from what the main story is, which makes it even better to play the shorter storyline, which is about the same length of Act 1 of the main story. And now back to the original question. Is Ghost of Tsushima still worth playing in 2022? Yes, it is. There's still heaps of content to do. There's New Game Plus, there's heaps of new content. The online multiplayer, which is free, by the way. The Iki Island DLC. There's just so much you can still do in this game after 2 years of support. It is so worth coming back to if you've already played it, or picking up if you wish to play it or you've been looking at it. Now, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.